The way New Zealand regulates access to medicinal cannabis is going to change. Parliament has just debated 2 medicinal cannabis bills, although only one survived its first reading. Firstly, we're really pleased that all MPs supported the government's bill. Although we think it should go much further than it does, we think there's still a chance to sort this out at select committee stage. The second bill, presented by Green MP Chloe Swarbrick, went much further than the first, and I'll get to that shortly. So the big thing about the government's bill is that it's intended to make it easier to import a wider range of medicinal cannabis products, and it sets up the framework for New Zealand to develop its own domestic medicinal cannabis supply. If implemented well, this will mean patients will be able to access a wider range of quality products much more easily and cheaply than they can currently. In the long term, this can only be great for patients, and we're really celebrating that. Unfortunately, there's not much information about what kind of products will be allowed in the Act. It's possible, for example, that raw cannabis could be allowed to be prescribed, but so far it's not at all clear. We'll be able to share more details on this as the Ministry of Health develops a workable system. Another important aspect of the government's bill is that someone with less than 12 months to live won't be prosecuted if they're caught using cannabis for pain relief. Although that's great, we're unhappy about this part of the bill because we think it doesn't go far enough. For example, it won't help people suffering debilitating pain or other serious illness, such as multiple sclerosis or severe epilepsy. Only those with a terminal illness have a legal defence. That leaves an awful lot of people without any protection at all, and we can't see good justification for that. It also won't give a legal defence to friends or family who are helping their loved one by supplying them with medicinal cannabis. And it gives no protection to people who have, in desperation, started growing their own cannabis at home, or to the green fairies who grow cannabis purely to help people in need. It could take years to develop a domestic medicinal cannabis supply realistically. And during that time, patients and their families and supporters won't have any protection from the law. So we really want this to be remedied at Select Committee, and we'll be making a strong submission on that point, and we're asking others to do the same. As you may already know, Green MP Chloe Swarbrick's bill would have allowed people to grow, buy and use cannabis if they have a debilitating condition or terminal illness. Many people, especially patients and their families, are already voicing their frustration that the bill was voted down. It would have given a lot of flexibility to patients and their whānau, and it's a real shame that MPs didn't send it to Select Committee to debate it further. It's really a lost opportunity to show compassion towards some very sick people now, not sometime in the future. So even though the Greens bill didn't pass its first reading, we're still in a much better position than we were. The government's bill has, I think, real potential to work for patients. We really hope that people will get out and make their own submissions on this, and we'll be developing a guide to help you through the process. If you think it's an issue worth fighting for, you can help.